Be
Pick it
ready.
up.
This is going to require some audio, some participation. So just be ready. Okay.
And if you would, guys, per usual, let's get leaders, just do a quick shout out to your team. Get them on the call. Share the link if you have to. If they're willing to hop on, be a part of it all. No harm, no foul when it comes to sharing that link. I like it. So we're into the 30s as a regular thing. And hopefully I know after conference, we'll probably be in the 70s on this thing, which is awesome. And with respect to those who showed up on time, we will get started, but definitely give a shout out. Show them you care, get them on the call. We are recording for those of you that have agents that may be working part-time elsewhere, to merge over here full-time or otherwise. Just know we do have a YouTube channel for the Newbauer Agency. You just go to YouTube, look up Newbauer Agency, and you will see we host recordings of the roundups, and we host recordings of Joe's production training, among other things. So you can go back and revisit all of Joe's amazing production trainings on the YouTube channel as well. So like and subscribe. No, we really don't care about that, but I do want you guys to realize it is a resource there for your agents that maybe miss some important stuff. So welcome to the Roundup. This is Tuesday, August 27th, and it's noon somewhere in the country, 9 o'clock here. We're going to get started. Big Leap, we are finishing up, right? This is the last week. This book has, I mean, they're all game changers, right? But this book is pretty significant. I hope all of you are recognizing your upper limit problem when it starts taking effect, how it manifests, right? I'm sure I have a cold, not for nothing. I'm sure there's some upper limit that I'm breaking through, but it's pretty interesting when you see that most of these life events that impact you, detrimentally are truly just symptoms of your upper limit problem. And as long as you can recognize it and, use the tools in this book to diagnose it, guys, you can level up so fast, exponentially. I can't tell you what this has done for my family this month. So don't, as we say about being a secret agent, don't be a secret reader, right? Leaders are readers and they share and share alike. So share this book with your loved ones, all of our books. I suppose we should announce our did we decide yet, guys? I know we did
Yep.
internally, but we announce it? Okay.
I don't think it's been announced yet.
Well, hey, we're going to give you guys a spoiler alert. So it'll be announced soon. What is the book of the month? I know we have 4 in a row here.
It is going to be The Slight Edge.
The Slight Edge. That's right. What a great book. So The Slight Edge, guys, go ahead and get it. We don't have a picture of it. I will put in the chat a link to it if somebody already hasn't. That is an upside down. Well, there are pineapples in many different orientations, Donnell. Thanks for asking. It's only one upside down. The others are right side up and sideways, so no hidden meanings here. I'm not soliciting. All right, let's see. Slight Edge. Jeff Olson, that's what it was. Slight Edge by Jeff Olson on Amazon. Guys, I always recommend you get it on Kindle because you can take this book wherever you go. But there it is, The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. And I will put it in the chat. And get back to our slideshow. All these toolbars. Oh, here it is. Chat. There, I did it. I did it. All right. Back to our regularly scheduled program. All right. Read The Big Leap. Skip it at your own peril. Those of you that are brand new, just get in it. Get in it. All we ask is 10 pages a day, no more, no less. It'll have a significant change on your life in general, let alone your business, if you just apply what you read. Quility National Conference. We might be talking about this a little bit today.
Just a
National
little bit.
Training Conference starts in 2 weeks, right? September 11th through the 13th. Be there or be lost, right? So please, last roundup to get your discounted tickets. I'm all out. I just reserved my last one, and leaderboards may not reflect that, but I did, and I know we have probably a handful left. So just make the best decision you can for your business. Get your tickets set today. If for whatever crazy reason you haven't got it, the only great reason is you're brand new or you were just getting your stuff together, but train's about to leave. So make sure that you get your stuff set for conference. And look at this. If you see your name on here, you know what you've got remaining. If you didn't, this is what you've got. As far as the reporting goes, if this looks incorrect, make sure you access the Google Sheet, update it so that we can update this accordingly. Remember, if the packs aren't paid for, your people can't go. If you've got any issues whatsoever, don't panic, but do send an email to events@quility.com. Let them know what's going on so they can help you figure it out. But better than that, talk to your direct and get these filled, right? Like for instance, mine are filled, so I'll gladly help some other people fill theirs as opposed to getting a second owner's pack. I don't mind helping out like that, and I know we may have one or two other owners
Yeah.
that are willing to do
Yeah,
that.
I've gotten mine paid off too. And so anybody that needs if you've got owners packs to fill, we'll start with people on our team that for check with your upline with your agency owner. They may have already filled their pack, and so they can kind of help you work towards filling yours.
I love that. So do guys hit it up. You see the people here with tickets left. I'm sure they'd be happy to help you out. So please do reach out to any of these builders and get your discounted ticket, but go to your direct hiring manager first. Ready to rights. Now, Betsy, I know we agreed. I'm going to be a little top heavy here, handling a lot of the slideshow, but I
Yeah,
don't want
keep
to.
going. Keep going.
Okay, thank you. You just please just say Mark Zip it. It's
I'll
my
let
turn.
you know when. We're good.
I love it.
You're killing it.
Guys,
Keep going.
these are our ready to rights, RTWs, right? So if you or yours are on this list, be a friend, let them know. If it's you, tap yourself on the shoulder and get your first app written, guys. That's how we get this started. And we want to get this party started fast. This is a front-loaded business, right? It's a run and gun, and you don't want to get lost in the details. You don't want to suffer from paralysis by analysis. And you certainly don't want to wait to start till you learn everything, because you'll never start, I can promise you that. So if you or yours are on this list, get to the next app writing party. If you have no idea what that is, then talk to whoever hired you. They will gladly guide you to your first app writing party. Cody, you have a question? I saw you pop up. No? All right, no question. I just want to make sure. So guys, check it out. Make sure that you get your ready to rights writing. And leaders, if you see anyone on this list that has come and gone, right, just sailed off into the sunset, please let us know so that we can remove them from the list. Because I do see some names that have been here for at least a couple weeks. They just may not be ready to start this journey. So let's release them from the list, and they can come back when and if they're ever ready. All right, new writers. Love new writers. I love seeing these names I don't even recognize yet. I cannot wait to meet you guys at conference. Gonna be a big one. Jenna Borkenhagen, Rhonda Hammond, Erica Grant, Brett Kenyon, Jansen Villegas. I hope I said that right. Melissa, correct me, please. Spadafora, Tiziano Baez. I only know that because my parents used to listen to this folk singer named Joan Baez, and that's how they always said it. So I hope I'm right. Samantha Ash, Andrea Miller, Claritha Breedlove, not a new writer, but congratulations, Claritha. She just keeps turning them in. And Sherry Follett. Great job, guys. You can write one, you can write 100 and 1,000. And you can hire people to do the same. So here's our weekly leaderboard. Love it. We have, I'm going to go right into the top 5 here, sans numbers. Jenna Borkenhagen, Rhonda Hammond, Erica Grant, Brett Kenyon, Jansen Villegas, Melissa Spadafora, Tiziano Baez, Michael. I hope that's how I say your name because it just sounds so, it sounds like I'm ordering a wine. Tiziano Baez, please. Michael Hurt, Jennifer Peoples, Benjamin Tracy, Samantha Ash, Michael Del Grand, Lavanya Taylor, Marcia Giles, Troy Stevens, Preston Larson, Victor Tessone, Andrea Miller, Claritha Breedlove, Angela Bennett, Melanie Miller, and now into our top 5, Amber Blair, 1221, Michael Collins, 1250, yours truly, 1250. That was a split on an FIF reset from Michael Collins, helped with a $50,000 annuity rollover. Fernando Alvarez, 1263. And Steve Devine topping out the weekly leaderboard on this weekly leaderboard, 1749. Now we're going to get into some big numbers here. Weekly leaderboard 2K plus, Brooke Dial, Marissa Gabriel, Sheriff Follett, Irma Harper, Stephen Tickle, Joe Martinez, Jennifer Phillips, Steve Fiorentino, Leonard Henderson, and at 3,341, Cody Bender at 3,488, Sam the Tiger Harrington, 3,554. Holly Austin just continues to escalate her business, 3,642. And Charissa Thomas, a new weekly leaderboard 2K plus #1. Great job, Teresa Thomas, 4,771, just under the 5,000 mark. And here is the 5K Week Club. Guys, 5K Week Club is important. We have determined that, SNA is still really important sign of the right amount of activity. But Symmetry has further found that those that are aiming for a 5,000 plus week are truly the ones that will find the fastest success here. And though that, easier said than done, right? It's really not if you focus on the metrics, get the right amount of inventory, and are willing to do the work. And your mentor can show you how to do this and then some. It's all about plugging in, really. Being in that Zoom room, being on the huddles, meetings like this. National Training Conference is a non-negotiable, and you'll be hitting these numbers week in and week out, like these folks here. We have Derek Strong, 5,071, Haddon Williford, 5,320, James Martinez, 6,359, Rodney Gabriel, wow, 6,513. Nathan, the fireman Brunstein. I thought you were supposed to be putting out fires, Nathan, but he just keeps setting them all over the place. We should call you the pyromaniac. 7,105. Zachary Smith, 7,116. Luke Satterthwaite, great job, 7,200. Noah Dondero, no stranger to this board, 7,500. Same with Timon Atmar, 10,116. Daryl Brown, massive week, 14,015. Xander Wally, 14,335. And Ken Fearer, 18,038, rounding out the #1 spot for the 5K Week Club. Love it. The beginning builders, here we go. We've got Team Rodriguez with 2 riders, 2 apps, 978. And Team Devo, 2 riders, 3 apps, 2625. Great job, you guys. And now we're going up to the team leader, key leader spots. Rochelle Singleton Agency, 1 rider, 1 app, 2260. Team Tickle, 2 riders, 6 apps, 3216. Team Blair, 3 riders, 9 applications. Wow, 6,371. Team Schenkel, I don't know how this guy does it. He jet sets all over the place and still gets it done. 4 riders, 5 apps, $8,367. Loved hearing you on the call today, Mark. It was so awesome hearing from that team. Team Gabriel, 2 riders, 4 apps, $8,708. And Team Woolley said, hold my beer, 6 riders, 11 apps, 40,784. Wow, those are definitely, these are
That's
weekly
crazy.
numbers.
Those are crazy numbers, Mark.
Agency,
Those are crazy numbers.
agency
That's
owner
for
numbers. Yeah.
those are agency owner numbers right there.
Wow, amazing. Speaking of agency owners, the Harrington Agency, love it. 3 riders, 6 apps, 4145. Fiorentino base, another fine wine, 2 riders, 2 apps, 7,818 for Steve Roberts Agency, 3 riders, 6 applications, 8,485. Stevens base, who we heard from today, that was wonderful. 8 riders, 9 apps, 10,779. The James Agency, James Martinez, 4 riders, 8 apps, 15,261. The one and only Martinez, Joe base, 8 riders, 21 apps. Wow. That's almost 3 apps per rider. 18,870. Fearer Agency, 3 riders, 8 apps, 22,195. It's Miller time with 9 riders, 24 apps. That's incredible. 27,000.
Wow.
805 in the Miller base. You guys are growing so fast, we can hardly keep track. I love that. And the Newbauer base, thanks to all of you guys in the base shop, 10 riders, 21 apps, 48,424 for the week. And now we get into the masters. Bar master.
All right, can I take it? Can I take
please,
it from
have
here?
at it.
Okay, I'm done. I'm excited though. Okay, I was doing something for this call, just so y'all know. All right, so Bar Master, congrats you guys. We got 3 riders, 6 apps for 4,145. Fiorentino Master, 5 apps, 5 riders, 10 apps for 30,000. Stevens Master, okay, Stevens Master, 13 riders, 19 apps for $40,000. Wow, Miller time, 22 riders, 43 apps for 68,559. Martinez, he's on his 130 run. Y'all are going to get him there. I believe it. And 34 riders, 72 apps for $102,730, like over $100K. And then Mark, this is all of us. I love this one right here. Everybody on this call contributed. 50 riders, 105 apps for $786,000. Y'all, I know that, you know, with Cook, we're pushing for $1 million, but Mark, I think this group right here is going to be hitting $1 million soon per month. Like,
I think so
it's
too.
awesome.
Hey, we get our $1 million, Cooks will get theirs. So let's focus on it. And as Betsy mentioned, that Newbauer Master is my favorite number because that is each and all in our agency. Every single one of you made that happen. So thank you so much.
It's just amazing. It's just amazing. All right, then here, Mark, I'll take it because you did so much. We got our weekend warriors. Congrats to Allison Thoyd at 128, Marsha Giles at 175, Juan Corbado 324, Trisha Tantillo. I love seeing her name on the board. Mark, she's just got the most amazing spirit and attitude. Trish, I'm excited to meet her for real. Jennifer Phillips pushing through 723, awesome. Nathan Brunstein 832, and me 830. Nathan, if I'm the same as the fireman, I feel like I'm doing well in life. James Martinez coming in at 1108, and Joe Martinez, he is on. It's not just him on his. It's not just his team on that 130 run. He is pushing hard. Love all that activity he's showing, and it's 3263. Congratulations to all these weekend warriors. But in time,
my email Saturday was just Jose Martinez application. Jose Martinez application. Just love it.
Those are the best emails to get. I love them.
My favorite emails, absolutely. Next to
an
reset.
Right. Those are pretty great too. All right, you guys. Well, we have some, like I said at the beginning of the call, we've got some new stuff to share. Well, not really new, but just we're going to be focusing on connection today. All right. And so one of the first things I want to share is something that Mark has been asking for. Mark, how long? It's probably been over a year and a half. I'm not going to lie. It's been a while.
Let's just call it a year.
And let's just call it a year. And I do a lot with technology, but there are some things that still kind of scare me a little bit. And I'm not going to lie, Google Calendar is one of those. I'm just not like all about and in love and totally understanding all aspects of Google Calendar. But last week, someone else showed me how to do this, and now I'm like, oh, really? It was that easy, Betsy? You should have made a leap sooner. So what I'm really excited to be able to share with you guys here is if you hop into SFG Agent Success, all right, which is where we all go for various things. So this is our conference call list. And what we have done is created a shared calendar. And so now whenever you have a new agent coming on, or maybe if you don't have this calendar on here yet, you can just click right here and it's going to add all of the main calls that we have to your calendar. So the cook call, the huddles, the Newbauer Roundup, production training, Symmetry call, FIF reset training. So all the calls that we want people to be on as they're getting started. And so all they need to do again is hop into the conference calls link right here. So you just get on, when you're doing your welcome with the new agent, getting them started, they just come here, click there, and it's going to add it automatically to their calendar. The great thing is too, there's going to be notifications and reminders. So we have our, text messages, but now it's on their calendar. So also in our business launch, what we're really working towards is as we're building and bringing agents on, we have a business launch like with the AO to get people started, and so this is a way, if they haven't got those calendars connected, then we'll go ahead and do that during that time as well. But this is a way to do it with one click of the button, and then you're not always like, okay, this is how you add into Google Calendar. All right, it's all already in there. Let me click on it one more time, and you can see. All right, so I've also got, you'll notice, oh, come on, let's open this up here. So it's also got the, sorry, I don't know what my computer's doing here, but it's got the, yep, there you go. So it's got the Zoom link for it. It's got the Zoom link for the Symmetry call. So literally all they got to do is just click, and then it'll show up on their, for their Zoom and everything. So hopefully this will make stuff a lot easier for you. And it just means that we can get people connected and engaged even faster. So would love it if a couple of y'all could just go ahead and hop in there. And if there's any glitches or any kind of issues, we can just go ahead and take care of that. Mark and I were troubleshooting it this morning a little bit. But yep, so it's the SFG Agent Success, key links, and then conference calls. So you can go and add in there. So if you want to give me a thumbs up or unmute and say, hey, I got it, just let me know that it's working. That would be awesome. Awesome. All right. And then the next thing that we want to talk about, Mark, is we want to talk about, so Holly, it's going to be, so it's a shared calendar. So if anything changes or updates, then we'll be able to put it onto the calendar as well. Now you'll notice we don't have like the weekly SNA masterclass or the new agent orientation, because those are things that are just kind of that one time. So you still need to be engaging with your new agents to get them on there on that one time. So these are the calls that are just for everybody. All right. So if there's something else that gets added, then we'll make sure to update that calendar as well. All right, so here's what I'd like to do now.
Real quick, I do want to mention, since we're all on real quick, Betsy, is I don't believe we have a Monday call, right? Is this Monday Labor Day?
Yeah, this Monday is Labor Day, so we won't have a call on Monday.
Okay, just so everybody is
aware.
It's on your calendar, but we don't have it this Monday.
Well, we can actually go and we can go and pull out the ones that are not in there because of holidays.
Okay, awesome.
So we can go update that. All right, so here's what we want to do. Like I said, today we're going to be participating. So this is now the participation time. All right, so are you ready? Are you excited to participate? Yes.
I'm
excited.
All right,
what I want. Okay, Xander, I saw that. I love that. All right, I want you guys to unmute or put in the chat, but it would be great if you unmute so we can have some chatter back and forth. All right. For those of you that have been at conference, what have been some of your favorite memories from conference?
Meeting everybody in person.
Okay, meeting everybody in person. Love it. What else? And like, let's, think. Yeah, go, Sam.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, I actually went up to John Ziller and Miranda Martin. They were together, and I talked to them about their podcast that it was just starting at that time, and just had a really awesome conversation with them. And I took a picture. I sent that to Mark.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the highlights for me. And I learned a lot from them just in the 5 minutes of talking to them in the lobby.
Mm-hmm. Love that.
I think for me,
All
it's
right.
the association afterwards. Because yes, you
Mhm.
learn a lot when you're there, but when you're there afterwards and you can actually walk up to anybody and just ask them questions, just get to know them as a person. That's my favorite part.
I love that. What else? This is great. This is great. I want to hear more.
I feel like
I
I've
was
said
gonna
this.
say, sorry, go ahead, Brooke.
Nope, Rodney, you got it.
You got it, Brooke.
Okay.
Come on, Brooke, tell us.
First time, like, I feel like I say this often, but Mark Newbauer just really made an impression on me my first conference. When I saw him get on stage, it for me was like, these people aren't just, this is gonna sound racist, but I'm from Memphis, y'all. Like, are not just white people in suits and ties and boring, just looking down on the ground and just like getting to work. These people are real people that are out here off screens that have passion. And when I met Mark, I was like, this guy, you can't make this up. Like, I saw this job on LinkedIn, with a bunch of other job opportunities on LinkedIn. And everything you read is just a description. To be able to come to an event like this and see that this is real, it was like a 3D experience. And
Wow.
yeah, I could just go into it, but Mark, meeting him is enough worth it to go to these conferences. To be
Oh
able to
my
hear
gosh,
this guy
me too,
speak in
Connie.
person and then to be able to meet everybody else, it's incredible.
Wow.
Very nice,
Love that.
Brooke. That's one of the things I liked about conference, and Mark too, but one of the things that was special about the national conference was I was sitting down in the front and the speaker ran down and asked me a question, and then I ended up on stage and I'm going like, wow, it doesn't matter who you are, what your skills are, what you did before, but you are very much a part of Symmetry and the family, and they treat you all the same. So I just love that and meeting everybody.
I remember that, Sharon. We were all like,
and they said, why would they buy insurance from you? What is the secret? And I said, it's because it's me. Because the agent is what makes the difference in every single call or every single sale. It's you. It's the agent that makes the difference. So know that you
video's
are
funny, too.
powerful.
I actually
remember
had
that.
one
Oh,
more.
I love it.
Um,
Yeah.
I was I guess anybody newer, like I was planning on quitting. I was not very happy with Mark that he had convinced me to go to conference. Like I was on the airplane being like, and then by the end, I was asking Mark, like, how do more people not know about this industry? And he was like, are you kidding me, Xander? You remember how hard it was for me to get you here? And I have an owner's pack now. So like really just the belief, kind of touching on what Brooke said, like it's very real, and conference just makes it so real.
Yep. Love that. I was thinking, anyone else? Rodney, what were you going to say?
For me, I think everyone's kind of touched on it. It's the association, after the breakouts and after general session. But when I associate, it was really to dig and find the real, right? So if number one of the number one questions was how long you been with Symmetry? And I felt like if it was 3 years, 4 years, you figured it out. So then I would just kind of dig into that person and get so many different nuggets. So that for me has always been the icing of going to conference, but you can't get those nuggets if you're just kind of quiet in the corner.
Oh, that's so great. That's so great. You know what I always love is when we're standing in the hallway getting ready to go into the room. Y'all know, like, and hey, we're all trying to like, okay, are we all? And then you're walking in and you're trying to find your friends and your team, and there's just groups of people sitting together because they're all so excited to be together. Like that's I love that energy, that excitement, and then just the anticipation. In the videos we have the videos for conference, they show the auditorium, and it's so impressive to see it from the videos, but then to be there, y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all have been there, like just to be in that auditorium and you look around and there's just Symmetry agents everywhere. It's just crazy. It's so cool. It's so awesome. But no, these are awesome. This is so great. And then yeah, let's get one or two more, and then we're gonna hop
Oh,
into our
Betsy.
activity. Yeah. Yeah,
Betsy.
Dorinda.
So I haven't been around long enough for a national conference, but I went to the Florida conference. And for me, it was the couple months beforehand, seeing all you guys on Zoom. And then, hearing all your stories and then seeing you at conference, you felt like you already knew some people. But then when you got back, you felt a little bit emotionally attached to the people. So watching your growth and seeing your success meant more to me. So it was super cool.
Yeah, 100%. And I love getting to meet Dorinda at conference. If you guys have not met Dorinda, then you definitely need to meet her. But I'm just looking at you guys now on the screen and just kind of scrolling through, and I'm like, man, I can't wait to get to hug you. Like, I'm looking here, Rochelle. I remember the first conference that we met, and we just like sat, and it was in Orlando, wasn't it? And we just kind of stood at that table and we just chatted for like 45 minutes, just getting to know each other, hearing each other's stories. And it's such a special time to be able to do that. And, just looking here and seeing like, okay, now I started naming names. So, this is going to be bad. But, or even like the first time I got to meet Jeff and Kimberly Miller, I really thought I was meeting like rock stars. I was like, and Kimberly was so nice. And Jeff is so nice. But Kimberly I just was like, I have an amazing mom, but I was like, will you be my mother as well? Because she's just like the warmest woman that you'll ever meet. And so just make a point, guys, that when you're coming to conference, that that it's just going to be, you're just going to be so intentional with your time. And, I'll admit, I am an extrovert and I love people, but you get peopled out, but it's okay because it's only for a few days and it's worth it to build these relationships with everyone. And so we really can't wait to meet you. And so come up, introduce yourself to people. And so, one of the things we did a couple of years ago, someone did a kind of like, hey, this is how you introduce yourself to people. Okay. So Mark, let's kind of give a brief intro, like a brief sample intro. So let's say that I'm going to go up to Mark and introduce myself to Mark. All right. And so I would say, hey, Mark. Hi, Mark. My name is Betsy Barr. I'm direct to Mark Newbauer in the Chris Cook hierarchy. I'm an agency director and I've been with Symmetry for 5 years. All right. So this gives Mark kind of an idea of who I am, how long I've been here, which group I'm with, and then also like your level of leadership. If you're a team leader, a key leader, you're a sales rep, if you're a new agent, that's the kind of the correct way to introduce yourself at Symmetry. So our first audience participation. All right. Can someone unmute and introduce yourself the way that you would if you're going up to Miranda Martin or a Sarah Reineke or a Danny Young or someone? Okay. Yes.
Oh, sorry. Let's let
Who's
my
going to
wife
do
know.
it? Okay. You want to give it a try, Carmen?
Oh, my wife just walked in. I was like, yeah, I'm up here.
I love it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have any trouble introducing myself to any of you. I'm Timon Atmar. I am in cahoots with Xander and talking to Mark all the time. So that's my organization. And I guess that's my opening.
Okay, awesome. And then you would say, how long have you been at Symmetry?
Oh yeah. How long have I been? Or yeah.
Yeah, how long
I don't
have
know.
you
How
been?
long have I been? Like 3 months.
Yeah, a couple
3 months. Perfect. So you're a newer agent. Awesome. There you go. So that's an awesome. Who else wants to give it a whirl?
I just tell you how I introduced myself.
Go for it,
Love
Rodney.
that, Rodney.
I was going to call on you, so I'm glad. So you could sense that it was
A little unorthodox. I'm not saying it's for everybody, but I went up to Casey Watkins, one of the founders. I said, Rodney Gabriel, future AO. You guys remember that? My first conference. Future AO, baby. And I really got to talk to him, and he was like, everyone's really an AO, like leadership. And I was like, I should have just said future MP, right? And he was like, well, no, not really, because everyone's really just an AO, and we're really considered like founders. And you guys are the owners. We want you to feel like owners because you truly own it. And I was like, all right, next time you see me, I'll be an AO. So they got to push conference back a little bit.
All right, let's
I
get,
thought
let's
you
give
were
a couple other people.
Rodney, I thought you were introducing yourself as Marlon Faulkner to everybody.
That's
That's
true.
great.
That's true. All right, so here's what I want us to do. So, Monica, you gonna give it a whirl? All right, there we go. Introduce yourself, Monica.
Okay, well, I did get to introduce myself to Brad at the Baltimore training when he
Oh,
came
awesome.
to Lithicum, Maryland. It's about maybe
Yeah.
20 minutes from downtown Baltimore. So
Okay.
I introduced myself with a slight issue, but I started with the good part first. So I said,
Okay.
hi, my name is Monica Pendle. I'm in this area, and I just wanted to say that I was grateful for you sharing your story today. But also, I've been in the industry for some time in finance, and it's branched from real estate, mortgages, and trading commodities, and a few other things. But always wanting to help people was how I've served most of my life. It's come from a few things, also being a caregiver and understanding that a lot of people find themselves lost without proper coverage when their loved one passes. So this is my calling to help and serve people so that they can prepare for life to last days. But on the other side of that, I was trying to learn a different way in transitioning through the Quility platform to write policies when the system was still not telling me that I was actually contracted. So that was my slight little question. And he gave me another route that I could actually get in to write policies without having to go through all the navigator stuff. So I was grateful.
Awesome. Awesome.
Can I
Okay.
go, Betsy?
Yeah, I'd love that.
Hey, Betsy, I'm Amber Blair. I'm Director Joe Martinez, part of the Mark Newbauer, Chris Cook hierarchy. I'm a key leader. Been with Symmetry for about 1.5 years, and it's nice to meet you.
There we go.
Someone's
There we
been
go.
to
I love
conference.
that. Someone's been to conference. Okay, great. Thank you, Amber. So here's what I want us to do. We're going to break down exactly how Amber went through that. So I'm going to
Guys,
type this out here. So
it's important to recognize because you will be, I hope you guys have a list of names of people you want to talk to that you really won't have an opportunity to accept at these events. The Ashley Harris's, the Cecily Newsome's, the Danny Young's, the Marty Valors, right? Anyone that you see on these national calls, I cannot tell you how accessible they will make themselves to you. But it is kind of common courtesy to give them the respect of the background, your hierarchy, who you're with, how long you've been here, because those are the things you're going to save them, 5-10 minutes of small talk by just saying, here's who I am, here's who I'm with, this is how long I've been there. Can I ask you a quick question, right? And I remember introducing myself to Brian Delaney the first time, and you guys, if you've heard him on the national calls, he's just such a master. And I can't tell you how just immediately down to earth they become when you embrace them, you come to them with a question or two and make it happen. And this is the way that you can skip to the good part, if you will.
Mark,
for sure.
Mark and I were at that conference when you met with Brian, whatever, 4 years ago, whatever it was. And I remember Mark being nervous about it. And him and I talking, he's like, should I go up and say hi to him? What should I say? I'm nervous. And he's like, let's go up and do it. And then when he introduced himself, you know what Brian Delaney said? Mark, I've heard of you. You're doing a great job. So it was, Mark was like, wow.
Yeah, that was just our first couple years in, and the fact that he knew me,
Right.
he said, we're watching you, that kind of thing. It really was inspiring.
It meant a lot. So guys, I actually put a little kind of intro in the chat here. All right. So what I want everyone to do right now, this is the first part of your introduction. I want you to write out, hey, what would you say? Okay. Because when you get to conference, you're going to get nervous. Okay. Like you're going to be talking to these people and it can be a little nerve wracking. You're like, oh my word, I'm standing here talking to Sarah Reineke. we're just chatting, right? And so we're, oh my word, I'm going to go up and I'm going to talk to, Ryan Miller. Oh my gosh, I'm going to go up and I'm going to introduce myself to Scott Mank. I met him in Atlanta, and I was nervous. I've never met Scott Mank, but I've seen him on the leaderboard so much. He's a big player. Or Jacob Poe. So what I want you to do right now is take a second, and there's the intro. So your name, your upline and hierarchy, where you live, your level of leadership, and the length of time that you've been at Symmetry. And that's how you need to introduce yourself. All right. And you can, after that, let them respond, and then you can kind of do whatever. But this is the right way at Symmetry to introduce yourself to someone, because it gives them that context to have that conversation in. And this is one of the things that we're really big on at Symmetry, is respecting one another's hierarchies and the agencies. Like we don't steal sheep. That's what we say in the church world. We don't steal from each other, but we encourage each other. And so when someone does that for me, that means that now they can edify Mark Newbauer and Chris Cook. All right. And so anything like that that's happening, you're just giving them the opportunity to pour into you in the best way possible. So I want you to write that down and then throw it in the chat. What is going to be your intro? Type it out. It's your name, your upline and your hierarchy, the location, your level of leadership, and the length of time at Symmetry. All right, and then let's get a couple people test out. Let's introduce, who can introduce yourself using those 5 statements. Let's give that a try. All right, Xander, you gonna give it for us?
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, my name is Xander Wally. I'm direct to Mark Newbauer in the Chris Cook hierarchy. Used to be in DC, but I'm in Charleston, South Carolina now. I'm a team leader, and I've been at Symmetry a little over a year.
Boom. Awesome. Now they've got now they are like, oh, okay, great. So you're in DC. Oh, one of our team members used to live there. Have you guys been able to connect? So now they're able to make those connections and interactions. Oh, Mark, he's really growing. So you're a team leader. Are you building a team as well? So now all of a sudden that gives them a springboard to begin having those conversations with you. All right. Who else wants to give that a try? Using those 5 statements. Mm-hmm.
I'll try it, Misty.
Awesome, Trish.
Hi, I'm Trisha Tantillo. Steve Florentino is my upline, and I'm within the Cook Agency. We live out here in Phoenix, Arizona. My level is I'm at 80%, 85.
So perfect.
As
You would say I'm a new sales rep.
Okay, I'm a new sales rep. And I started on June 20th, dialing.
Wow. Perfect. That was awesome, Trish. Congratulations.
Okay.
Way to go.
Thank you.
Way to go. Very cool. And you can also add, if you want, because you're also part of the Miller team. So if you want to, you could say I'm my upline is Steve Florentino, and I'm in the Miller Cook hierarchy. All right. So you can always throw Jeff Miller in there. No one's going to be upset if they hear that you're under Jeff Miller.
Nice.
All right. Who else wants to give it a shot?
I can do it.
All right. Awesome. We'll do last one, Patrick. Wrap us up strong.
Hi there. My name is Patrick Kelleher. I'm from Denver, Colorado. I'm direct to Kip and Kathy Johansson under Dorinda Vance's agency, and I'm an agent who started about 2 months ago.
Wonderful. Awesome. Congratulations, Pat. There you go. So now they know, and you can always mention Chris Cook, because that's kind of the master agency. And so that helps them know like which division of Symmetry you're in. But Patrick, that was awesome. Congratulations.
Well,
and also you're
you.
on the Johansson and Vance team. I mean, that is phenomenal.
They're awesome.
Way to go. All right.
Betsy,
So
can I ask you
anyways,
real quick?
Yeah,
Just a
go
real
for
quick
it. Tim.
question. I'm direct under Sharon Casanova, but then
Right.
would I mention from Sharon you and then Mark, or how would I go about that, or how deep do you need to go?
Yeah, that's an awesome question, Tim. And that's up to you personally. You can share as much or as little. So we've got, you could say, hey, I'm direct to Sharon Casanova in the Bar Newbauer Cook hierarchy. And so that kind of gives that level. So some people will list everybody. If mentioning Mark will always kind of get people, okay, yeah, Mark. If you want to mention that you're under the bar agency, of course I want to encourage you to say that, right? But so you can totally say, I'm under Sharon Casanova in the bar Newbauer Cook. So like Patrick, you could say I'm under Dorinda Vance team in the Schenkel, under Troy, right? So you would have more to say, so it'd be a lot to say, but you could say, you know, in the Schenkel, Stevens, Miller, Newbauer, Cook hierarchy. All right. And so what that does is that the great thing about saying those names is that it gives the person that you're talking to an understanding of who you're connecting with, right? And so they may know like all 5 of those people. So it gives them an opportunity to say, okay, yeah, I met Chris at this thing, and I've talked to Miller here and Troy here, and wow, so you've got it. So they're really able to actually pour into you better the more information they know about you, right? So yeah, it's a lot to say, but the more you practice it, the easier it'll roll off the tongue. All right. And that's going to help you just kind of get connected with more people. So here's we're going to move on, but here's my challenge for you. Okay. Is go and practice this introduction with your upline. Okay. And that will just kind of help you as you're at conference, help you make more connections with others. All right. Now, last but not least, we're going to finish off here today with some more interaction. All right. Y'all didn't know this was going to be, you were going to have to be so involved today, did you? All right. So I've just put a link in the chat here. Okay. I want you to go ahead and open it, and I'm going to share it with you now. Okay. And it is called the Roundup to Conference. All right. So I've got a couple of things on here. Number one, I've got the intro listed out. Okay. So you can come and you can still practice this. All right. What is your intro going to be? Okay. And in fact, I'm just going to add in a column right here, and we're going to make this your intro. Okay. So let's just get that. And so everyone type out your intro, and then you can be working on that. Type, hey, is this right? So your mentor can come in and check this and make sure that it's what it needs to be. Okay. So the other thing that we're going to do here is, like I said at the beginning, the name of today's call is connection. All right. So we talked about how can we connect. That didn't work. I'll add that there in just a second. But we want to talk about how we're connecting. So we talked about how we're connecting through the conference calls, that quick link. Talked about how you connect with people at conference that you're introducing yourself to. And so now we want to finish up with how do we connect with one another at conference. So one of the things that we do is I should have everybody's name who's on this call. I've got our leaders up top, and then from here, from Alex onward, it should be everybody in alphabetical order. If you don't see your name, maybe you joined after I added everybody, but go ahead and put your name at the bottom here. All right, if you're not on this call, if you're not on the list here, but go ahead and put in, hey, when are you arriving? When do you leave? Where are you staying at? All right, so that way that as we're looking and we're figuring out, hey, where is everyone? It's time to meet up for breakfast. Who's at my hotel that I could, say, hey, let's meet in the lobby. All right. So this is just a way for us all to start connecting and figure out, hey, oh, you're coming in on Tuesday. Let's at the same time, let's make sure that we hop on the train together to get to conference. So all of these ways for us to really connect and just build those deeper connections. Another way that we have here is this WhatsApp group. All right, so our team has always had a WhatsApp group for conference, and this is where we can be like, okay, hey, I'm taking a group. We're going to Target to grab some, breakfast bars and snacks for conference. Hey, let's go. Oh, hey, we're going to go grab lunch at this cafe. Anyone want to come and meet us? So it's not necessarily for us to plan events with the entire group because there's 56 of us. We can't all go to every single, just on this call. And I know there's more coming to conference. So it's for us to still be able to connect during conference, so that you don't feel like you're alone. All right. So this way we don't have to figure out how to get everybody's phone numbers, but we're all in the same WhatsApp group. So please go ahead and join that. And this is a way for us to connect. All right. So pop in here. When are you arriving? When are you leaving? Where are you staying at? And then you can also take some time, put that intro in there, and that this will give you something concrete to practice with your AO. So we've got the so it should be the, I'll just put it right, and then so here we've got those names. So our name, upline hierarchy, location, level, leadership, and length of time at Symmetry. Then the other tab that I've got, and this is something that we did in our agency. All right. And what we did was went ahead and put in all of the breakouts that we're in. All right. And the reason that we did this, number one, is to make sure that we're nice and spread across the all of the breakouts, so that we're taking advantage of everything, but also so you know who's going to be in a breakout. So you might be like, okay, hey, oh, I see that, you know, Christo is going to be in the post-sales breakout. All right, who else is going to be there? Who else could Christo sit with? All right. Or you might be like, hey, I'm going to this one. So Kristen's going to the one about activating new agents. Who else is going in there? And so y'all can kind of, again, connect. You can sit together, you can take notes, because we don't want you to be walking around and feeling alone. All right. We don't want anybody to feel like you don't have a place and you don't have someone to connect with at conference. So this is all about connection, engaging with one another. So list out your breakouts, list out when you're coming in, join in that WhatsApp group. And then when when it's like time to find seats for conference, we want you to be sitting together. Like, all of these are ways for us to connect. All right. And if you not registered for your breakouts yet, get with your upline today and get those breakouts, get those registered, get registered for those. So hop on in, fill those out, and just different ways for us to connect. So any questions about this, or?
Yeah, just know, guys, if you're not for any reason signed up for conference yet, again, get signed up today. And you will have access then. You can't until you sign up, but then you'll have access to download the app for the events and register for your courses and enter them into the sheet there.
Perfect. All right. And then let me see in our WhatsApp group, are we getting some people joining in? All right. All right. And so leaders, I've made you guys admins of that group. So if you've got people that you want to add to the conference group, and so we do ask, you know, this is just for people that are going to conference. So you do need to have your ticket to be on this WhatsApp group. But yeah, as we want to connect. We want to help you have all these stories next year or after conference of how you've connected, of people that you've talked to, of ways that you have built those relationships and built those connections. All right. So do you realize that 2 weeks from today is when most people are coming in? All right. 2 weeks. We'll be in Denver 2 weeks from today. All right. And so we don't want you what we also don't want is, we don't want you to be thinking about conference and be nervous and be like, okay, who am I going to sit with? Where am I going to go find food? How am I going to know where to go? Right. And so those are things that, like, you know, school's starting. So we as parents, we always want, okay, is my kid going to have a friend? Is my kid going to sit with someone at lunch? You know, it sounds elementary, schoolish, but those are feelings that all of us have. So we don't want anybody to come to conference and feel left out. We don't want anyone to come to conference and feel like I wasn't included. We're telling you now, we want to include you. We want to connect with you. And these are the ways that we are just providing a framework for you to connect. We want to get pictures with you. We want to get a group picture, you know. We want all of those things at conference. And so we're going to be intentional before conference so that we can make the most out of that. All right. So please go fill out those forms. We'll get those sent out to the leaders as well, so they can get those over to you. What I'll also do is I will put this link on our conference, the conference where you go and purchase a conference ticket here in SFG Agent Success. Okay. So I'll come and add it to this link right here. Oh, where are we?
Look at you guys filling this out. I love it.
I love it. So awesome. So I will come and put a link to this form on this page right here. So if you for some reason don't have it, then you'll be able to come and grab it here. If you've got somebody on your team that has not filled out that that needs to get added to this list, just tell them come. There's plenty of room. All right, this spreadsheet just keeps on going. All right, we've got plenty of room. We want everybody on here. Tell them to come on, join the WhatsApp group, practice their introduction, put where they're going to be. We want to celebrate. We want to connect with you. So thank you guys for hopping in today and participating.
For those that haven't been, by the way, you really, really get your ticket, get on that WhatsApp group. I know we got a couple of them, but I cannot tell you how useful that is when you're in the heat of conference. Like Betsy said, we don't want anybody to eat alone unless you want to eat alone and read a book or something, right? We'll always be in the WhatsApp saying, hey, I just got to the airport. Who wants to split an Uber? Hey, I'm heading over here to lunch with a couple people. Who wants to come? Like stuff like that. So you'll really, really be in the know. The events app is for conference and our WhatsApp chat for conference is for us, right? So make sure that you get in there and have access to it.
All right. Well, thanks so much, you guys. Y'all have an amazing Tuesday, and we will see you soon in person. Woo-hoo.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.